Hello, hello, hello. I had a bit of a hard time finding my way into the stream. For YouTube is a weird and mysterious place. And it's got the wrong date because it's shit. Wait a minute, let me just change that because everything's just gone a little bit Pete Tong. I think I'm here now. Is anybody there? Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Or is it just me? I think it's just me. I'm gonna have to riff this one out, I'm afraid. Oh yeah. This is the new improved YouTube. It's very quiet. Very quiet. Ah, Sean's in. Phew, I knew Sean wouldn't let me down. Thanks, Sean, for popping in. Woohoo! We'll have a party, just me and you. What do you reckon? Well, this is a dilly of a pickle. For there doesn't seem to be anybody out there. Ah, Jason's in. Phew. Whew, that's more like it. Upon what? Yeah, I'm just ticking along. I'm just ticking along. It's just us three. Mind you, there are 4 people watching, 11 people watching apparently. Well, come out and play. Come out and play. Pegasus in, how's my groove been? Steady. Here we go. Come on. You can do it. Make yourself known. Don't be strangers. Fasano's in. How goes it? It goes well, though there is a little fly bothering me. The missus tried to kill it with the raid, but the raid didn't work. And it's on my arm. It's actually on my arm. Oh, it flew off. Ugh. It's giving me the creeps. I'm going to kill you, Mr. Fly. It's going to be very distracting. It's like that episode with Breaking Bad called Fly, which had a fly in it, directed by Rian Johnson. He did 2 of the strongest Breaking Bad episodes, Fly and the Ozymandias one, and then he did The Last Jedi. I had nothing to fear. I thought the franchise was in safe hands. How wrong I was. G-Man's in. He said, just watched a 3-hour documentary about Epstein, who might have bumped him off. Was he bumped off? Oh God, yeah, absolutely. Because power. Look, I mean, the thing about Epstein, right, is where did his money come from? And there is rumours, evidence, finger pointing that his money came from Maxwell, because a lot of Robert Maxwell's money went missing, went just poof into thin air, and he was probably acting as a what do they call it? Laundering, money launderer. And that's how he got his initial... I mean, because the guy was no good. He was a compulsive liar. He talked his way into a number of jobs and that. So, he knew a lot of people, knew a lot of powerful people. And in order to influence them, he'd say, come to my island. And his island had loads of cameras. And he'd get some topless, naked, nubile sex poppet to drape themselves over said person, and he's got video footage of it, and then he go, well, it'd be unfortunate if that footage got out, and that's how he gained influence. That's why Andrew, dear Randy Andy, got involved because Andy likes people with money, because people with money help you out, and he liked people with influence, Andy. So it's a match made in heaven. But yeah, good fun. Sean says, welcome to autumn. Yes, it was like a summer's day today. And pains in, one of the many pains. Aches and pains. So what are we going to talk about? We can't talk about Jeffrey Epstein all night. Or as Corbyn used to call him, Epstein. What's that all about? Jeremy Corbyn. Epstein. Sonic goes, watch The Lighthouse and the Witch this past week, which you highly recommend. They are great films. They are indeed great films. And if you haven't watched them, go watch them. Watch The Witch first, and then watch The Lighthouse. Jonathan Eggers, who is the writer-director of those two films, is truly a marvellous talent when it comes to the film. Much better than that Harry Astor hack who did Hereditary and Midsummer. Hey, live stream is on. Yeah, that's good. That's what I like to see. That's good. I'm just making sure that the live stream has gone live. Jeremy, exactly. Who? Pegasus enjoyed the Eno Wobble review. Good, I'm glad somebody enjoyed it. Did I say Jonathan? Yeah, Robert Eggers. Sorry, I'm all over the place because, you know, I'm tired. Oh yeah, KC and the Sunshine Band is the only KC that are allowed in this dojo. Don't you know? Do 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 do. But there you go. Oh, hot beverage, everyone. Well, this is quite pedestrian tonight. There's only 27 people in. Come on, 27 people. There must be some. Don't be afraid. I won't bite. Not unless you want me to. Come on, join the conversation. Rennie loves the plugin videos. Yeah, I did a plugin video. For those of you who don't know, synthesizers and special effects on the audio. I did a new one today for this one. Oh, who's it by? Eventide, but it's Newfangled Audio. Oh, I've got so many names. I can't remember them all. And it was kind of a follow-up to their Pendulate video. Video which I did on the thing. My brain's gone to pudding. Sorry about this. I can't remember all the names of all the plugins. Pendulate was the name of a plugin, and it was based on the Buchla. Don't worry, it's a thing that synthesizers are interested in. So I did a follow-up. This other one was like a paid one, and I triggered it with my guitar, and that was fun. I did that today. So that's on the other channel, which no one sees anything on that channel. Like I said, I'm hoping to get the views, but I just can't get my videos seen anymore. It's just, you know. This is the bit where I bitch and moan about YouTube, but you know what it's like. Pink Floyd. I knew the Nick Mason one would do well. But there you go. But I'm glad you enjoyed them, Renee. Painted. I just had the notice after it already showed the Live Now thumbnail. Again, I had a bit of trouble finding my way into my own live stream. Don't ask, because they have this convoluted way of setting up the live stream in the new improved studio. No, it's new and improved, folks. It's new and improved, and they really want you to use it. Please use our new and improved YouTube live streaming studio. Please use it. Please. I would do if I had to find the stream. I'm sitting there. I'm like, create a stream. Okay. Squirt my data. Oh, nothing's happening. So I had to find the. Oh, it's boring. I had to kind of going backwards. Oh, why is YouTube so complicated? I like the good old days, but I've only done 12,141 steps today. Last 4 years, Oh no, shall I? Guess how many miles I've walked in the last 4 years, roughly. I'm gonna give you a ballpark fit. I'm gonna let you guess. Here's a competition for tonight. You don't win anything. Oh, maybe you do. Maybe you win. There's the fly. There's the fly. Very gently. Oh, he flew off. They tend to do that, don't they? He's going to be bothering me all night. Maybe I'll send you that Grobschnitt album. Eh? How's that for a competition prize? Because I doubt I'll be able to sell it on eBay. You mother... Don't. That's my key. Get off. You know, this is the one with the fly, isn't it? But yeah, guess how many miles I've walked in the last 4 years. I was looking at one of the apps and it gave me it's in kilometres, but that's what I'm saying, just round ballpark figure. Do you have it on? Yes, I do have a hot beverage, indeed, John. Robert's Payne, he says, someone should have an audio company called Newfangled Audio. I think it's called that, isn't it? Newfangled. Isn't it called that? Is that have I been calling it the right thing? There's so many names to remember. I can't remember everything. I'm getting too old for this. Marcus is here. I haven't seen you for a while. Everything okay? Yeah, everything's cool. Hope everything's all right with you. Where have you been? Marcus? Raphael's only just turned up. He's turned up late. Jason says, my brain is a fried egg today too. Could barely type this out. Oh, I'm just finding the whole school run thing just a little bit hard this year. It was hard last year, and then we had that long break, and then we're back at it again. And I'm just absolutely cream crackered. And the dog's left me. Dog's gone upstairs. But you know, I'll get into it eventually. Payne says, you've got a fly too. Yeah, don't tell everyone, they'll all want one. I'm sure that's a punchline to a joke. Exeter says, I'll have to check out those videos about synthesizers. They're not real they're plug-in synthesizers, software. Because I ain't got enough room here on the desktop for lots of gadgetry and that. It's bad enough with all these sodding guitars. But there you go. What can you do? Midlife crisis. Midlife crisis. Don't know where that came from. But yeah. I thought I could hear the dog's breath. But yeah, so it's just synth plugins. Because I like to do stuff like that on the other channel. Because I like gadgets and gizmos and virtual gadgets and gizmos. It's good fun, isn't it? John says, would you recommend Grobschnitt? No, don't. Just don't bother. But look, listen to one of my records instead. Yeah, it's that bad. No, I wouldn't recommend listening to any of that foreign muck. I'm going there. No such thing as foreign prog, okay? No such thing. Huh? It's like saying British krautrock, isn't it? It's just wrong. It's a misnomer. G-Man says 6,000. No, he doesn't. It's 6,000 miles. It's not 8,000. 6,000. It was 6,000 miles I've walked, which is 1,500 miles a year. Herb's going, what's that a month? I go, oh, what's that a week? I don't know. It's just too much. It's too much. It's 6,000. Nobody wins. I keep the prize. Hooray for me. But yeah, walking apps. They tell you these things. You've walked to the moon and back. Not quite. Not yet. But I can walk to New York. And a bit more. Oh boy. Jason says, the one with the fly. Exactly. No Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, where is old Jeff? That's a good film, isn't it? Have you seen The Fly 2 though? I quite like The Fly 2. It's the guy from The Mask, isn't it? Not The Mask, not Jim Carrey. Mask, the one with Cher. And he was originally cast in Back to the Future. That guy. Eric Stoltz. He's in Fly 2. I quite like it. I do like a good body horror. I do look like a good body horror. I do. Simon's in. He says good morning. Oh yeah, not yet. It is for you. Because Simon, he comes from the land down under. So it's the flies putting me off. It's buzzing around. And Russell's in as well. For Simon says another version of. Yeah. Well, this is a vinyl one. And I haven't done a vinyl one. And again, even with the CD reissue, I did a really good write up of that, but you can't read it anymore because why? Son of a bitch! Landed on my head then. Did I wing you? You are getting on. What do you want? Are you trying to tell me something? What is that? What? You've heard a story about Jacko Jack shit? Really? When he was with the Kinks? Yeah, really? Tell me about it. Really? He felt he was disrespected by Ray Davis? That's a really good story, that. The fly is here. I think he wants to be my friend. I think it's trying to communicate with me. I think I've finally gone mad. It is landing right in front of me. This is the most bizarre fly. What do you want? No, don't go in my coffee. I think I've lost the plot. No, it's not 500 miles and 500 miles more. It's 6,000 miles. But yeah, that reissue that's coming out is a vinyl version of the one that came out in 2000. Was it 2008? Was it 2009? 2009 maybe. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. I did a good write up about it, but because of things, you can't read it because I took it. It's hidden. It's hidden on my blog. It's a really good write up. But yeah, I'll just get it using Amazon vouchers because they've never seen another penny of my money. That's how I bought those vinyl reissues. Those other from that band. They didn't see a penny from me. It was all Amazon vouchers. Amazon vouchers. Oh yeah. Stream health. Healthy stream. Where are we? Raphael says, he experienced something to ponder about. I've deleted several liked videos that no longer interested me or were taken down. The thing is that suggestions became more diverse and shown a broader spectrum. Good for you. I can't get YouTube's just, what is YouTube? 10,000 miles. No, we're going to do 6,000. Robert says, I saw a model for sale with the code letters PROG on the side, and RAF roundel being the O. Ooh, I like it. Sean says, I've been walking a lot this summer. No idea how many miles though. You need one of these. That's an Apple Watch. Apple. Son of a bitch! It went right in my ear then, and it went. I didn't like it. I am not enjoying this fly. I tell you, if I can kill a fucker, I'm going to kill it. I'm just worried it's going to go in my coffee. Better drink it before the fly gets it. I can't concentrate on this. Johnny says Jeff Goldblum has been making jazz records. He's a pianist. Indeed. I was going to do a joke about a 12-inch pianist, but John says just got a used original pressing of Pawn Hearts today. Great album. Yeah, I bought that in Virgin Megastore. No. Oh yeah. For $4.99. Oh yeah. I remember it. I was there. Now you can't get my coffee because I've drunk it all. Ross says at the end of the original version of The Fly is really disturbing. That's the one with Vincent Price where it's his head on the body of the fly and he's in the web going, help me, help me. Pegasus, yes, he wants to be your friend. Matthew says the fly conversation is the peak of the stream. Absolutely. Andrew says, hello man, what's up? I'm alright. Nice to be here again, nice to attend another epic stream. Well, I'm trying to make it epic, but the fly is putting me off. He seems to have gone now. I'm hoping he's buzzed. No! I just saw him fly into view again. He's on the keyboard again. I know what this is. I've got a story to tell you, and this is a ridiculous story, because the missus got this fly with Raid, right? She sprayed him. He was out in the kitchen earlier, and he was laying there on the worktop, like that. So I very gently picked him up by one of his wings, and I was taking him to the window, because some fresh air. And I threw him out the window. And what happened? He flew back in again. He was revived. I revived him. I think he's trying to say thank you for saving his life. But if he gets too close, he ain't getting a second chance, I tell you. He's not. He should just go out of the window. I'm sure the window in the kitchen is open. I think I've finally lost it now. Oh, I can hear buzzing. Oh. How did we get to this? Oh dear. It certainly is epic. Someone says, didn't the fly make Bono and U2 make a resurgence off the German titled album? Achtung Baby. Yeah, the fly. That's because it's the glasses, isn't it? And Zooropa and that period. Rene says, I got one yesterday, it landed in front of my screen, lazy fly. Thought it was my friend, but also smashed the bastard. The daftest flies were up in Norfolk. We used to get these big, dopey, just dumbass flies, and you could just grab them out of the air and put them in the sink and flush them down the sink. Just dumb. That's Norfolk for you then. Shamrock's in. He says morning, and he gives me a little wave. I'll give you a little wave back. Hello, Shamrock. Pegasus says, what have I been listening to? Oh, what did I listen to? I listened to that album that the other guy mentioned. Oh, Alan Harwood's in. Hello, Alan Harwood. He bought my guitars. Alan, are you in? Now, you bought my guitars, right? This is funny. I got an email from someone a few weeks back, and they said, oh, I bought a guitar off of you, and it was 10 years ago. And he went, do you want to buy it back? And I went, because I couldn't remember what guitar it was, because I've bought and sold a lot of guitars. I'm like, what guitar was it? And I'd sold him a Roland GR1 as well. I was thinking, I don't remember selling anyone a Roland GR1 that in 10 years ago. And it was a Godin, and I said, well, and it was a good price he offered me. It was the price I sold it to him. But when he told me what guitar it was, I'd bought one since then to replace the one I sold. So it's like, no, I have to let it go. But it was a really good price he offered me. It's a shame, because that would have been good getting it back like that. That was just a story for Alan. That's that really. But yeah, I listened to that album by the featured artist. The one that begins with the letter E. X P O S U R E X. That was Brian Eno for you, off of the album I just mentioned. But I listened to the 1987 pressing, because that's the different mix. It's the one where he got rid of Barry Andrews off, because Barry Andrews, I think he stole Barry Andrews' girlfriend or something. I remember reading it years ago. I can never find the story again. And then so he mixed him out, like you do. These things happen. Oh, it's all what a load of nonsense. But yeah, I was listening to that, and there was some other stuff. I can't see the pile of records from here. I was listening to Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney. I listened to that album. I listened to some Wings. Or was that last week? I can't remember. Oh, I don't know. I played a few records. I'm sure I played some records. They're over there though, and I can't see what I played. They're in the pile. Oh man. Oh, what else did I listen to? Oh Christ, there was something else I listened to. Oh, I can't remember. No, I can't remember. I don't remember anything anymore. I listened to Soft Machine this afternoon. 7, if that helps. But I often listen to that music when I'm walking because it gives me good pace. This is the... You are getting on my nerves. This isn't a good live stream. This is a bad live stream. Oh god, now it's all gone up the thing again. Shamrock Freeze, he does the windshield thing from The Lamb. Vanessa's in. My cousin tried to start a YouTube channel but does not have any luck getting any views. No. None of his videos are in the suggested videos anyway. He gave up and said only game videos get views. It's hard. It's a hard business now. It's a hard business. Again, I have no... You've got... Again, the thing with YouTube, right, is do what you love. Talk about the things that you love, and then hopefully like-minded people will find you. But it's almost impossible to build an audience now. I don't know. I've got no advice. I have no advice to give. And now the funny thing is if I look at this, if I look at the stats on my videos on YouTube, the analytics, on the other channel, I can't pull it up because I'm on here. Oh god, what was it? It was something like 97% of views were just on the search, and 2% of views were from subscribers. Which again just shows you that subscriptions are a waste of time because your subscribers aren't the people watching your videos. You're getting viewed by casual passing by people. So it kind of makes a mockery of all this, build an audience thing. I just, it just, none of it holds true. So I don't know. Robert says, I'm amazed you've got the same sort of annoying fly as I have. Mine keeps buzzing into my head and tempting me to kill it too. Spirit animal. These are our spirit animals. Watkins says, I like Jeff Goldblum in Ragnarok. That was a Thor film. Indeed. Lenin had a good birthday. Happy birthday. Vanessa says, take a swapper and put that fly out of his... I haven't got a swapper with me. I haven't got a swatter either. What's the theme of the stream? The one with the fly. Tom Pinks is in. How's the week? It's been okay. Son of a gun. You wait. You land on me. It's on my fucking hand. Are you getting that? Can you see that? Look! I got it. I'm like Bruce fucking Lee. He's in my hand. So I'm now going to sit here the whole rest of the live stream with my hand like this. And at the end I'm going to let him go. What do you reckon? Or have I squished him? You see? That is the question. That is indeed the question. But this... You don't get this on other people's live streams. You don't see Casey Neistat doing this, do you? You don't see Philip DeFranco doing it, or James Charles catching flies out of the air as if he's Bruce fucking Lee. This is quality streaming. Quality streaming. I'm going to call him Sid. But I'm glad you saw that. Andrew says, what's worse than flies? Cockroaches. Even you see one in your house, the chances are 1,000 hiding under the fridge or dark areas. We don't have those over here. You get them in maybe restaurants and things like that, but you don't tend to get them in homes over here. Pegasus, maybe the fly's into music, maybe, or maybe I smell like shit. I can feel it moving. Vanessa says the fly loves your music collection. He had a deep knowledge of music, indeed. Lenin says my family came over, and my pals came over on Saturday, and you had a jam session, and that's nice, isn't that nice? And it's one of the best days of his life. Good for you. And he played lots of Led Zeppelin covers, isn't that nice? Vanessa says one of the best days of my life was when I divorced my first and so far only ex-husband. We married at 26, lasted 2 years. He slept with one of my friends. Have to say goodbye. Don't know what to say. I mean, me and the missus have been together 32 years now, so I don't have any friends, so I don't get a chance to sleep with them, so that's pretty good. Have I picked up any box sets lately? No. I'm done. I can't afford that habit. No, there's nothing. I'm not interested. I don't know. There's nothing that makes me go, ooh, you know. And even so, you get these box sets, you listen to them once, you put them on the shelf, and then you go, I'll go back to the vinyl. You know, I'll go back to the vinyl. This is going to be a long night. I feel like Gareth Hunt. That is an obscure television advert reference for those in the UK. Johnny says, RSD 2020 Drop 2, Roger Waters, The Wall Live. You gunning for it? No, I'd rather eat one of my own testicles. The Wall Live in Berlin is one of the worst things ever to happen to mankind. It really was bad. I watched the actual live broadcast of it, and it was full of mistakes and miscues and people being out of tune, and I think, was it Sinead O'Connor was wrong, and then the backing sing. Oh, it was awful to watch. And then when the official version came out, it was all fixed, and it's amazing it was. But no, I can't stand it. Sorry guys. Alan says, okay, I thought he was going to ask me something at the end of that tale, perhaps trying to eliminate all the possibilities of what you sold him. It was a bit like that though, because I was thinking, what, you know, because it was like 10 years ago, I'm thinking, well, he didn't tell me how long ago it was. He just said, you sold me a guitar. And I was like, well. And it was only when he came back to me, I realised how long ago it was, you know. And I was thinking, oh, what did I sell? There's a lot of guitars. I've sold a lot of guitars. But yeah, no, it was a nice guitar actually. It was a Godin Multiac one with a nice case and everything. But at the time I was living in a shed. I didn't have the space. Or maybe I was moving back to the shop. I can't remember why I sold it. Anyway, I bought a new one. When I got back to the shop, I treat myself to a new one. So that's what happens. Stop moving. I can feel you in there. Moving. Stop it. Be calm. I'll let you go at the end. Yeah, one way the fly disturbed us. Renee says, are you on drugs? No, there really is a fly. Lenin says that we close the night with In My Life. Oh, that's lovely. Contentious Bone says it's still net season. Oh yeah. Robert Payne says I've been watching some old Camelot performances. The old rock idea of spell it with a K. Exactly. Fasano says I picked up a vinyl copy of that album second hand in the early 90s. Still have it in the collection. Good album. It's a good album. To me, very important record. But I don't want to talk about it because it's promoting that thing. John says, any prog recommendations of bands I haven't heard of? No. Go and listen to Battles. Go and listen to them. Listen to Battles. Because they came up on my suggestions the other day. And I thought, I hadn't listened to them for ages. And if you want kind of modern prog, or sorry, not prog, modern progressive music, it's telling me to breathe to calm down because my heart's racing because I've got this fly in the palm of my hand. Shh. This is weird, man. So yeah, watch Battles. Andrew says maybe all the new YouTubers will enter an audience, get an audience now, unless they sell their site. I don't know how they'll do it. It's just a thing. Renee says all the weird movements. It was a fly. Munnan's in. Paul says fly in the wall documentary, watching you flap around trying to outdo an insect. Exactly. But I won. I always win. Remember that. Munna says, how have you been since the last stream? Yeah, it's been ticking along. It's Herb's back at school and Verity's back at school, and it was Verity's birthday last Wednesday, and that was good. She's a teenager now, and I'm walking even more, and I'm permanently knackered. I can feel you moving. Calm down, Mr. Fly. Reaction video, says Pegasus. They seem to be everywhere indeed. Vanessa says, to hell with the audience. If people who pass by see my videos, then my videos are getting more people versus only subscribers. Yeah, but my point being is YouTube puts an emphasis on subscribers. They give you awards for subscribers. They don't give you awards for views. They don't give you awards for traffic. Subs are how things are measured. And if I get to 10,000 subs, then I can open up merchandise options on my channel, which is rubbish, you know, because in terms of actual viewing stats, I'm back to where I was last October, so, you know, across the two channels. So subs is the wrong way to measure success on YouTube. It should be views. I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying. I think you kind of misunderstood what I was saying. Johnny O says Miyagi. Exactly. Wipe on, wipe off. I haven't even seen The Karate Kid. Can you believe that? Eggerson says that fly loves you. He certainly does. Simon says, well done on the catch of the century. Exactly. Bibo says, release him outside. Yeah. I mean, should I let him go? Should we see if he's alive, or should I just go and put my hand out the window? You wait there. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna release the little fella. All right. Because I'm a good guy. I'm a good fella. Oh, that was like Born Free. That was. The little fella, he was a little bit, and then he went off my finger and he flew off into the night. I wish you could have seen that. I'm quite emotional, actually. Quite emotional. He was my little fly friend. Look, see, there are no guts on my hand. No guts. He was alive. I wish I could have filmed it. Oh damn! I didn't. I should have filmed that. That would have been YouTube gold. YouTube gold, man. And I did. I gently released him outside, just as Andrew suggested. Runa asks, what do I think of Stephen Wilson remixes of Brave and Stormwatch? Oh, I don't think anything of them. They're a product. You buy them. They're not superior to the originals. The original mix will always be superior. It's just a way of parting you from your money because you're stupid. All right. There you go. No Stephen Wilson mix is superior. None. Never. It can't happen. It's just a way of selling records. It's just a marketing ploy. Okay? That's it. That's it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Go and buy the second-hand copy. Get a nice clean second-hand copy off of eBay or something. Don't give these arseholes your money. Rena says, you just killed your friend. No, I didn't. That's where you're wrong. I didn't. It was alive. Look, there is no bug guts on my hands because I held him like that. You see? I closed my hand like that. I've caught many flies in my hand, like Bruce Lee. Okay? He's out there now thinking, oh my God, what just... He can't figure it out. He's like, oh my God, I thought I was finished. The raid didn't kill me. He saved me from the raid. And then he released me out. I'm now a friend to all flies. You know that? They're going to regard me as some sort of god. God of the flies. Lord of the flies even. Yeah, Lord of the Flies. I like that. That'd be a good title for a book, Lord of the Flies. Or possibly a film. Definitely. Gyrolam says, you mean the reactions where guys pretend they've never heard Pink Floyd? Yeah. I've never heard Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh my God. When all the voices came in. I can't believe it. I was going to do a reaction to Stevie Weasel's new thing, but I thought, I don't want to whore myself out. Because I do them, and then people laugh at it, and then I end up just deleting the video anyway, because I'm ashamed of myself for even going there. I feel dirty. I feel dirty for doing it. Disgusted with myself. Anyway. Mutton says, the one where Sid the Fly made himself comfortable on my hand, and then I held him hostage. I let him go. Because I'm a good guy. Russell says, are you getting many spiders in this weather? I'm getting a spider catcher in our house. We don't tend to get that many spiders. We get them on the stairs, but they don't make it all the way up to the heights of Lock Tower. And also, Hannah tries to eat them. She eats spiders. Alex was slugs. He used to eat slugs. I'm surprised he didn't get lungworm. But this one, if she sees a spider up the wall, she'll try and eat it. I don't know. I just don't know what to do with her. I really don't. So I try and tell her off. What do? Shamrock says, remember Apocalypse Now when Marlon Brando catches a fly? Well, you've seen the cover of my latest CD. I am channeling Brando. Who is the Godfather? Marlon Brando. It's called, the title of that is called The Horror, the Horror. Yeah, I gave it a title. Mr. Kurtz, he dead. Oh boy, I'm very literary. Mutton says, too many damn reaction videos everywhere. I don't get it. Is this where culture is headed? It's the dilution of culture. You know, it is the utter dilution of culture. The Guardian, of all places, wrote an article on those two kids who'd watched, was it Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight? And you go, holy shit balls. I feel sorry for the kids today. They've got nothing. They have nothing for culture. But they have Marvel movies for culture. We were so lucky to have pop music. We had the pop music. The hippity hop tippity top charts. Top of the pops. That's what we had. We had that, and that makes us superior to them in almost every way. Kids. Vanessa says, write a prog rock album about your fly. Yeah, me and my fly. The sound can be called Sid the Fly and his loving friend. Add buzzing sound effects, yeah. Mother of Violence, Peter Gabriel does some very good insect noises on that. And they're quite unsettling if you listen to it on headphones. So there you go. Oh, blimey. I've lost all the questions again. Fasano says, Netflix has a good documentary called Don't Mess with the Cat Killer. Yeah, I've seen that one. Alan says, it's a sign you should get yourself a Parker fly guitar. I've never liked the look of them. They always look a bit wrong. I remember seeing one. I was in Dublin. Can you believe that? I was in Dublin. And we went into this record store. No, not record store. Music store. Record store? There may have been records. And there was this Parker fly, and I looked at it. And it was the first time I'd seen one up close. I was like, I don't like it. It looks wrong. It just looks wrong. Huh? And they're very expensive as well, aren't they? They're supposed to be ergodynamic. Ergodynamic. But I don't know. I'm too much of a Fender guy myself. Though I did see an Epiphone Les Paul tonight, which I could have bought. It was in Koa, which is a fancy wood. And I like wood grain. See? I like the wood grain, like my pine like my Pine Telecaster, which I still can't believe I got it so cheap. So cheap. It's cheap. But yeah, this Fender, Gibson Fender. I don't know where am I going with this? Gibson Koa. Oh, it was nice. It was nice. Andrew says, I remember seeing the Roger Waters live, the true live version of the Wall. You're right. It was like all the musicians were totally in their own world. It was a car crash. Again, I did have it on tape. I don't know, I haven't got it on tape now, but I remember having it on tape. I taped it. And, you know, but it was the actual live feed. It was kind of before. Nowadays it'd say live, but there'd be like half an hour, you know, run up where but it was totally live, and it was just everyone was out, like I say, off key, and the cues were missed, and it was a car crash. I sat there like that. Can't believe this. And that's when I discovered that Roger Waters doesn't actually play, and sometimes doesn't actually sing on his own material. Well, it's all playback, it's all tape playback. I learnt that from watching The Wall live in Berlin. Simon says Trevor Horner's just called Steve Howe. Don't fly from here. What do you think as follow up for 2021? Well, Yes is kind of, I don't know. Yes is kind of done, I suppose. What are they going to do? All the prog bands are, of a certain vintage are not going to be touring anymore. Gee, I guess they'll have to put out albums instead. I don't know. Munton says, I don't know how much you're into solo piano music. No. But I recommend one piano album. It's George Winston's Autumn. I will bear that in mind. Vanessa says, the news says COVID has been rising again in Europe. How's the UK? Any new restrictions put in place? Yes. Mr. Boris was on tonight telling us we can go to the pub, but we can't take our mask off unless we're eating or having something to drink. Look, it doesn't affect me because I don't go anywhere. I don't know anyone. You know, I don't want to go to the shops. I hate going shopping. So it doesn't affect me. The only time it affects me is when everyone bulk buys the toilet paper and I have to wipe my bum on Kleenex, man size, because I bought a load of boxes of those. And that's the only way it affects me. I don't worry about it. It's, again, you can't worry about viruses. They'll either get you or you don't. It is what it is. Meanwhile, Sweden seem to have got herd immunity. They say we got herd immunity over here. Herd immunity, which is what Boris wanted to do in the first place. But we have an awful lot of morbidly obese, diabetic, people who have asthma and other COPD and other issues, and that would have wiped them out, you see. This is the thing. We have a lot of sick people. It's a great leveller. Don't be ill. Don't get COVID and flu, they say, because you're fucked. If you get COVID and flu at the same time, one hand washes the other. Then I was reading that they've found this way. If they use these very tiny antiviral molecules, they can get inside the COVID cell and kill it dead. Ooh, I don't know. All I know is, it's how it's crippling the economy, and also the mixed messages. Now, I watched an interview with a virologist a good few months back, and he said the only way you need to do this is if the whole world went on a total lockdown for about 6 to 9 weeks, and that would have really helped, because then they could have localised where the infection points was afterwards, so they lifted it, and they could see where the infection points are, and they could have done localised lockdowns and restricted movement and whatnot. But what can you do? Payne says, I hope whoever bought my Ibanez SA series electric guitar is enjoying it. I wish I hadn't sold it now. That's the thing. The thing I always regret is selling guitars. Ain't that right, Alan? I don't tend to regret selling other stuff. But guitars, I do miss them. Except that Epiphone Les Paul Custom, which was going green. I don't regret selling that. Or that Columbus Les Paul copy, which weighed a ton. I don't regret selling that, but that technically was my first electric guitar. But Yeah, weighed a ton. Columbus. John says, I'm more into classic stuff from the 70s. Anything else? No, because it's all shit. If it ain't Yes, Genesis, Van de Graaff Generator, that other band, it's shit. And I'm not gonna send you off listening to a load of hippie drippy copy shit from the 70s. That's not what it's about. It's about expanding your horizons, man. It's about expanding your mind. Not listening to a load of old shit. Oh, just go and find one of those forums where they're all fucking jerking off to some obscure record from '76, like Grobschnitt. I'm not interested in that. It's boring. Garrett says maybe Battles Mirrored will be good for prog review. Yeah, I mean I've done the last two. There's that and was it Glossdrop? I don't think I've done. And again, I remember at the time when it came out, I was thinking, wow, it's 2008. And then something happened and I forgot about them. Reference to the car crash and everything. But yeah, I like them. They're very rhythmic, but not to everyone's taste. But yeah, and they're just a duo now. There's only two of them left. I'm not squeezing my fly. Someone says I want an Apple Watch, but not in my budget. Maybe an older one. Well, this is number 4. This is Series 4. And like I said, I bought it from Music Magpie in the UK, which does second-hand electronics, and I got it for my birthday, and it was relatively cheap, and the missus got it for me, and it's good. And I wouldn't mind upgrading to the Apple 6 one, because that does oxygen. It could tell you if you're breathing, which is nice. But I just like the walking and the health apps, because it tells you what your heart rate is and everything. Because I can do like an ECG. What's my current BPM? My current BPM is 78. Let me take it off and you can see. It's 78. There you go. No, that's my past. Oh. Use this. Where was it? How do I get it back? Heart rate. See, it was 79. There we go. It's trying to measure my heart rate, but I'm not wearing it. But yeah, it tells you if you're dying and stuff, which is really useful, and it will inform your next of kin. If you have a fall and you can't get up again, it will dial your next of kin and say, he's had a fall. My resting rate is 59. I have a very chill heart rate. When I'm walking up the hill, average is about 110, which is pretty cool. I'm like Zen. I'm like a Zen master. That is how I caught that fly. I'm Zen. Look. Accidentally bought an Xbox One Series X1, Xbox One X1, XX Series X today. Accidentally bought one. It was an accident. I didn't mean to buy it. But I was on the Xbox site and I thought, it's out of stock. I put one in my basket. They were in stock, and I ended up buying one. That's what I told the missus, alright? Between you and me. Got to sell my other old Xbox to cover the cost of the new Xbox. But there you go. Xboxes. It's also we play Competition Pac-Land. That's why we play Competition Pac-Land. Herb beat me the other night. He got a cheesy 7.670 jump at the end, and he kept beating me. Oh, he's just too damn good, that boy. Too damn good. Very just gave up. And I was going to beat him on Pac-Land Assembly, but it was time for bed. So that was my big chance, because I know I can beat him on that. But there you go. That's kids for you. For some of those, battles are American prog. No, they are progressive music. They're not prog. They're progressive. They are progressive, which is different. different, progressive. Andrew's in. He says good evening. Well, nearly good morning. Martin says, have you heard the album by Glenn Clipson and John Entwistle and Cozy Powell made together? No. Vanessa says, that fly loves you. Yeah, I know. He will find a small home and sneak back in. Well, the window's still open, so he could fly back. This is it. G-Man says, I watch a male YouTuber who is the biggest fragrance reviewer. I like the smell of that. On average, it seems that whatever that figure is, 1.18 million of these don't watch his vids. Well, this is the thing. It's a very strange... The whole subscriber thing I find really odd, because it's obvious that subscriptions sometimes don't work. And that the majority of people now have moved over to just browsing. A lot of browsing going on. And of course, the way the algorithm works is if you browse, if you see someone you like, and you click on their video, the suggestions will serve more of their videos. So it's almost like you don't need to be a subscriber now, until of course it drops off, because that happens too. So there you go. Renee says, you released the fucker for a second time. Exactly. That's the second time I've put him out the window. Payne says, did you notice the moth come in as the fly left? That was out of my wallet, that was. Contentious says, good man, catch and release. Karma comes back. Well, I don't want to kill things. I'm not a killer. What I do with the raid is I open the windows and spray raid, and then they leave. I'm not a killer. Don't like killing things. I walk gently upon the earth. Leave no trace. That's what I try and do. But sometimes, when the spiders come in and they run at you, I have actually accidentally stepped on a spider, trying to avoid stepping on a spider. Can you believe that? These big ones, they come running in. I've gone, jumped up, tried to not step on it, and ended up stepping on it. And that I still remember it to this day. I'm still grieving about that. Because spiders, they're stupid. They run at you, then they go, oh my God, what's that? And then they dart one way just as you're putting your foot. I'm a friend to the spider, all right? I release spiders out of the windows too. Don't pick those up though. Use a glass and a piece of card or a newspaper. That's my technique. I couldn't pick up a spider because they move too quick. There's a danger of getting their legs, crushing their legs or whatnot. So, yeah. Well, karma's a bitch. Paul says, Dave Attenborough will be proud. Absolutely. Garrett says, go back to the stream when it's over and take the clip of you catching Sid the Fly and make a mini video out of it. I will clip that. You're right. I think that would be funny to clip it. Jay says, why is Stephen Wilson so sought after as a remixer? I can't understand it. He has nothing to them as far as I could tell. He doesn't. He just lays them out flat. I could do it. I'd do it cheap, but it's the name, isn't it? It's Stephen Wilson. It's the sign of a good quality. He gets through a lot. He does a lot of, he has a lot of work done. But I could do it. Let me do it. I can do that. I've also got to the point where I think that a lot of surround sound mixes are pointless. And this comes from my own work, right? I spend a lot of time mixing and making sure that everything in stereo sounds good, right? And then you unpick that by creating a 5.1 mix. And I did it with the last one, because I've been doing 5.1 mixes for fucking 17 years now. And I thought, after the last one, because I did the last one, and I was really pleased with the stereo mix. And then I did the surround sound, and I thought, why am I doing this? The stereo mix is what I want people to hear. So I kind of fell out. It was that moment I just thought, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of surround sound mixes. Because, the original mix is it's like the handprint in concrete. It's people work so hard to get everything balanced. Yeah, you get very few albums that are badly mixed, or there are problems with the mastering or the pressings. With the vinyl pressings, there are very few albums that come through like that. So it was through my own remixing work. I just fell out of love with it. I just thought, I'm wasting my time here, you know. So no, when people come to me and say about, oh, this mix and that mix, seek out the originals. You know, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with them. You know, that's it. For Simon says, will you be giving Stephen Wilson your money for his new recording? No, I can just stream it. I don't know. Again, I just, again, I'm a bit tired of the whole Stephen Wilson thing. I don't think he's good as people think. You know, I don't think he's that good. You know, I find what he does facile, and again, what he's doing at the moment with the future's shite. You know, and this is a product. All this fake product shit you two were doing like 30 years ago. I was looking at it thinking, where have I seen this before? And it was Zooropa, I think, around that time, and they was doing all these fake adverts, and was it Blipverts they were doing, and you know, and it was very anti consumerist, and these messages, and I'm thinking, wow, 30 years we're repeating ourselves. You know, I don't see anything. You know, it's like when he was shooting iPods and all this. It was just an absolute load of bollocks. You know, I just fucking despised him for that. You know, don't get me wrong. I like the vinyl, but I also like streaming and digital music. You know, but I wouldn't say. Again, people say, "Oh, you shouldn't listen to vinyl. Oh, it's an inferior thing." I like the process. I like the feeling of it. You know, I like that. I was going to say something incredibly rude then, but then I thought I'd censor myself. I'm an uncouth and disgusting individual. But yeah, I like the vinyl. I like the process of it, but I also like streaming and listening to them with my earphones in and walking and whatever. I like music, and I wouldn't say to one of you guys, if you wanted to listen to it on fucking wax cylinder, I'm not going to say, oh, you listen to that all wrong. I'd say, wow, I'm surprised you listened to it, but if you enjoy that, good for you, more power to your elbow. But to have that turd, destroying iPods and that, when kids could have fucking listened to them, and it's just it was wasteful and polluting. You know what I'm saying? Again, all this stuff. CDs are a pollutant. At least with vinyl, you can repress the vinyl and recycle the card. It's eco-friendly. CDs ain't so much. So there you go. Vanessa says, Darren, are you a secret karate master? I used to wear karate. High karate. Aftershave. Look it up. Caught many a fly. You must be good. I have done. I wish the missus was here, and she will testify to my amazing ability with my flies. Martin says the one where I was actually Lord of the Flies. I'm gonna nick that. I'm gonna nick that too. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna adjust it, tweak it to the one where I crowned myself Lord of the Flies. Holy shit! No, did you see that then? No, you didn't. I'm sure a fly went past then. Oh, now I'm getting paranoid. No, it didn't. No, it can't be the same fly. Surely not. Okay, that was weird. That was a bit weird. I'm gonna ignore that because that's getting weird. Alan Hardwood loves the Fly, Lord of the Flies, the book and the film. Andrew says, I wonder what a spider and a slug must taste like. Give it a try. I'm not going to. No way. Again, the problem with slugs is with animal. If you eat a slug, there's the possibility of lungworm. Yeah, lungworm, and it's fatal, especially in dogs. So I was surprised Alex never made himself ill. Spiders, I can't imagine it being much taste to them. Probably a bit dusty, I'd imagine. No, I'm just thinking dust. Russell is very sceptical of reaction videos. Payne says, my fly's gone away. I must have killed it or knocked it senseless. No, he saw the video and thought, I must leave. I must leave now. Martin wants to know, what do I think of Temple of the Dog? I don't know what that is. Bibbe says, on top of the Pops, they never played live, right? Oh no, sometimes they did. Sometimes they used to play. They'd have a band in, like the BBC band. Back in the day of unionisation, the BBC Light Orchestra used to have to play live, and the singers would sing over the top. I think Bowie does it with the Heroes. I think it was Bowie. I might be wrong though. But I know there's a Bowie performance where he does Heroes, but it's a different arrangement, and I think that might have been taken from Top of the Pops, and he had the orchestra, the BBC Light Orchestra, playing behind him. Or I might be completely wrong about that, but I know that used to happen. And in the 80s, there was a push towards live vocals, so you'd have bands performing, but it'd be a backing track, but live vocal. But no, live performances were kept to a minimum purely for production purposes, because, and I went to the Top of the Pops studio. I must do a video on this because I've actually got the episode now. The episode of Top of the Pops. I actually went, the missus and I went to the Top of the Pops studio back in 1988, October 88, and saw P.P. Arnold. That was very exciting for me because The Nice used to be a backing band, and I was utterly thrilled, and you can see me during a segment. But the way Top of the Pops was filmed is, when we saw it, there were 3 stages, and there would never have been time to set up, do sound checks, play live, get it right, and then move from stage to stage. It would have been technically impossible to do, and that's why everything was done to a backing track, to playback. But yeah, there you go. Top of the Pops. And I'm proud of that. Russell says, we had the hit parade back in the day. Absolutely. SW says, our flying guitar's one that Baloo uses. Yeah, he used his Parker flies, yeah. Robert Payne says, I think Parker went out of business. Or buzziness. We're getting the puns in here. We have some pun and games. So the fly would have to be second hand. Is that true? God, blimey. Parker guitars. You'd think someone would pick up their... Production ended in 2016. And yeah, wow. I did not know that. Defunct, yeah, in 2016, 4 years ago. Well, ain't that a shame? You just think somebody might have picked up the design or something, and bought the design off of them. So, founded in 93, ended in 2016. Well, there you go. Didn't know about that. Learned something there. Pinks is back. Russell says, I quite like the look of some of those Ibanez Artcore guitars. So do I. I think they look nice. Sean said, Pink Floyd's Grantchester Meadows, of course, features a fly being murdered. Oh dear. Ultrasoul says, tell us about Dublin. I will regale you of stories of Dublin. I was a guest of the missus. She was on business. We went to a CD packaging plant in Dublin, and the person there was a big Alarm fan, and I think they were something to do with the Alarm fan club. So we was talking about music, and that was fun. They were very good. They were very good to us. I liked them. I like the Irish, except the ones that try and blow us up. Obviously, I quite like the Irish people and that. And Dublin's a very busy city, not quite to my taste, but I like the art. I went to a gallery, and we went to a few museums. Stood outside the Guinness brewery, didn't go in because it was expensive and we didn't have time to do it because we was only there for like a couple of days and it was business, and we had only had like a few hours for pleasure, as it were. But I enjoyed walking around the city and looking in the shops and stuff like that, and staying there. And there was an article in the paper, an interview in the local paper with John Anderson, because I think Yes were playing there that night, or that weekend, which seemed to be a very interesting piece of synchronicity. Everything is connected, so I wish I'd have kept that. I don't know if I did keep it. I might have kept that. Might be a cutting in somewhere. But yeah, I mean, we was only there a couple of days, and yeah, we had a good time. Ate out, drank, was merry. It was amazing how busy it was, and walked around, and yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I'd like to go there again. Thought it was interesting, but you know, I'm not a traveller. I like places when I get there. It's just the travelling. I don't like the travelling. You know, I don't like all the people and the planes and stuff, and especially now with everybody being ill. Vanessa says, I wonder if the audience in Berlin wanted their money back. I'm sure of it. That reminds me, Dublin. I don't think we ever took any pictures when we was in Dublin. So I've actually got no evidence that I was ever there. Wow, why didn't we take any pictures? I'm sure I would have had a digital camera with me. Because I would have taken pictures of the... Because I was the photographer. I always used to take pictures of the place when we was there. So, you know, I would have done the clicky stuff. Earned my wage as a photographer. But why didn't I take any pictures of us in Dublin? I guess I'll never know. Venice says, I wonder if the audience in Berlin wanted their money back. I think it was a free concert because it was the end of the Berlin Wall, and I think they did it for free. Alan says, the Parker Fly was made of some newfangled composite material. It was incredibly light. It was also the first with a piezo pickup. You say piezo, I say piezo. Let's go the whole thing off. Yeah, funky. Red Sauce wants me to go back to Dublin. When we get rid of this cursed virus, we shall be as one again. Lenin says, the bad part about the jam is that the neighbour called the cops on us. Yeah, well, you've got to be careful of the police, Lenin. Munton says the George Winston album is on Windham Hill. You better go up there and get it then. Windham Hill is a record label. Simon says, herd immunity in Sweden? That's what they're saying. Lenin says, that was a catastrophic failure when Sweden tried herd immunity. It's not. That they've not done any lockdown at all, and oh god, how many deaths has there been? COVID-19. Top of the pops. In at number 1 is the USA. Gotta find Sweden. Sweden. Oh no, Sweden. Oh god, I can't spell Sweden. Sweden. Got it. That's interesting. Sweden. So I'm just looking up Sweden. Do talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, I mean, they've not been... Let's see, how many deaths has there been? Yeah. They're barely registering... God, not even 7 deaths a week here. Like, the last few days it's been 0, 0, 0. They reckon there's been 5,870 deaths. 89,436 cases. But no, they're not doing any lockdown. They're not doing it. Nothing has stopped for them, and they're carrying on. And I think, you know, just got to kill all the sick people off, all the old people and the sick people. That's what we've got to do. That's what we've got to work towards. Expand the mind is a hippie slogan from the 60s. We expand our minds, man. John says, by the way, do you think Kansas is prog? Fuck in hell no. Just stop it. Lenin says, oh, he's going on about his cops. Munton says, another band is Animals as Leaders. Is that the one with, what's his name? Tosin Abin Tosin. Oh, I get his name wrong. Good player. Good player. But they don't really... Excuse me. I think I've got COVID. I'm drying out. Too much talking. I don't really talk to me. Groovy Watch. Oh yeah. Pink says, are you still playing Fall Guys? No, I've not. No, not been playing anything at the moment. I was playing Mario 64. That's what I was doing. That was it. Mario 64. Now I remember, because that came out last Friday. And finding it incredibly difficult. I don't remember it being that difficult. But then my joypad is my joystick, my Joy-Con. It's wankered. It makes me run when I don't want it. I kept falling off of ledges. It's like, I didn't move. It's moving itself. I've got the Joy-Con thing. I need a new one. I need a new Joy-Con. Contentious says, I caught myself in the mirror today. Noticed my fly was undone. Just trying to relate to experiences. Oh yeah, I understand that. Venice says, you have a lot of Zen. You're the Zen master. Inner peace. The way to inner peace, and this is tricky, is to realise that there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. We are here in the pulse of an artery. We could be dead in a moment, and by that you are free. You free yourself. You free yourself of everything, because the pathway between life and death is an instant. And once you think about that, you discover an inner calm when you realise that you are in control of nothing. You are random. You are flying through space at 1,000,000 miles an hour on a piece of rock that could be blown out of existence by a meteor the size of, a bus. Could cause catastrophic impact, and you wouldn't even see it coming. The atmosphere, this is a good one. Solar flare from the sun could rip the atmosphere off of our planet like the skin off a rice pudding, and we wouldn't even see it coming. It'd be poof. And 1 minute we'd be on the earth and everything would be lovely, and next minute the sky would turn black and there'd be no oxygen, and we'd all just expire as the cold embrace of the interstellar void takes us on. And that's how you find your way to inner peace. Don't have nightmares. Anyway, let's move on. Andrew says, how many Andrews are there? I don't know, Andrew. Who's counting? Tom Pink says that spiders are cool and they're misunderstood. They are. Simon says, that fly's had 2 suspended sentences, so now next appearance before his honour means permanent incarceration. I don't know, I might have to keep him as a pet if he comes back. Russell says, I use the glass and paper technique too with spiders. Absolutely. Everyone's doing their prog fly thing now. Van Who says, talk about Gentle Giant. I love hearing your opinion on them. Definitely saw a fly again. I'm worried that it might be a spirit animal from the other side trying to warn me about something. What's it trying to tell me? Maybe it's trying to tell me, buy a Parker fly. That's it. That's what it's trying to tell me. I don't like Gentle Giant. I think they're awful. Munton says, I'm going to enjoy this lovely fly for dinner. Oh, bollocks. I love that. Yeah, the spider video. Oh, yeah, I'll put it up just for you, Garrett. I'll put it up for you on my other channel. Absolutely. I'm going to just squeeze through because time's getting on. Andrew says, only a week to my show. I was going to have DJs there, playing set list. Not sure what'll happen with this group of 6 thing. Well, if you want music, I can put you some. I can make you some ambient stuff. I can do you something. I can put a CD together for you for free because I'm that good. Just all you got to do is mention my name. That's all you got to do. I'll do that. I'll put some ambient vibes together for you. Yeah, we could do that. I'm a reasonable man. Pink says, my dad sent me a link to some Gentle Giant stuff today. I still haven't checked it out. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Pink says it's back. Oh, you did spot it then. I thought I was losing my mind. Yeah, it's very strange. Andrew says, did he find his way back in? He really has love for you. There is a fly in here somewhere. He could have got in because the windows are open. So, I don't know. It's getting a bit weird, isn't it? Watkins says, New Order played Blue Monday live on Top of the Pops. Yes, I remember that. That was a thing. And it sounds very interesting. They also did another thing, didn't they? Didn't they do another one? I remember they did one on the beach. The one that goes, to have a conversation on the telephone. They did that on the beach with Baywatch or something. That was interesting. Then says, I still miss Ian Curtis. Yeah. Martin says, I'm still surprised you haven't reviewed Robbie Robertson's debut yet. Just double checked you haven't, even though you could have sworn you did before. Somewhere down the crazy river. Somewhere down the crazy river. I like that album a lot. I bought that album the day I asked the missus out. Yes. Have I still got the CD? This might not actually be the CD. Where's R? Yeah, it's over there. Oh, I can't reach it. It's over there. That might not be the CD. I may have sold it and bought it back again. But we can imagine that was the CD I bought at our price at Walthamstow the day I asked the missus out. We can imagine that. Fasana says, I did the Guinness Brewery tour. You get free Guinness with the admission price. Yeah, you do. We got there late. It was about, 5 o'clock or something, and I think the last tour was just happening, and we kind of looked at each other and was like, it had been a busy day. We were hungry. We had a dinner instead. So that was that. Yeah, Tosin Abassi, that's the fella. Or as I called him, Tobin something. Toblerone. Bittersweet, yeah. Honey Trap, yeah. These are all albums I need to do, absolutely. Thanks, Munton. Munton says, I appreciate you too, Mr. Munton. Lenin's off. So have a good one. Stay safe and don't annoy the cops. Acker says, 10,000 fine if you have 7 flies in your house. Don't suggest that. Can I get COVID from a fly? Only if a COVID sufferer's coughed on the fly and I swallow the fly. Or the fly flies in my eye. For science says, Frank Zappa was a big Gentle Giant fan. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Simon wants me to send the fly to Australia, and that seems like a good place to end it. Thank you for watching. It's been great. It's been a bit weird. We had a fly, and I caught it and I let it go because I'm a good guy. What more do you need to see? What more evidence do you need to know? And I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. It's been lovely. Remember, if you can't be good, be safe. But more importantly,